Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, the Dreadhead Monster, and I am back with your weekend report. Got a lot of good reviews from last week, so wait a minute before we start. The reason why this is a little bit late is because this week it was my kid's 16th birthday. So first of all, I want to take the time out to wish my baby a happy birthday and hopefully she enjoyed herself this weekend. All right, let's get into the sports. Otani signs the biggest contract in baseball, 10 years, 7 million. In the quote of my boy Ali, this is why he tells a lot of y'all moms, single moms with boys that they should play baseball. Wow. 700 million, but let's not jump the goat. This guy is really a giver. So not only is he one of the best players in baseball, but he deferred a lot of his money. So for the next 10 years, he will be paid $2 million while deferring $680 million so that the Dodgers can continue to get better and stay under the luxury tax. This is the most deferred money in baseball history. Just like I was mentioning earlier, instead of them being at 70 million, they will just be at 46 million a year with the luxury tax. But let's not cry for him as he grows into one of the better baseball players, and he is now one of the most endorsed at that same rate. He will make at least $50 million starting this year in endorsements. So, congratulations to Otani and the Dodgers for getting that deal done. Now we kind of lean into the questions. Do the Dodgers now have the best offensive trio in baseball? Um, that trio would include Freddie Freeman, Mookie Bates, and now Otani. I can't think of three that really can compare that can hit like that because right now we don't have to worry about Otani pitching maybe into like 2025. So, man, that's a lot of offensive firepower there, um, to say the least. So, I mean, we've seen some things in the past. I think I can't think of the third guy that was with Ken Griffey and Alex Rodriguez. It's been some. I'm gonna have to do my research, like little research, and go check on that one so I can come back to you guys with some the top trios in baseball that has been before. But I gotta say, I haven't seen one that jumps out on paper like this. What does this mean for the Los Angeles Angels as well as Mike Trout? Um, I don't think it was any like draft compensation. I think he actually just walked away. So, it kind of leaves a hole in the team. A lot of people, I've been reading around and on social media, they've been, calling just for the Angels to do the right thing and, trade Mike Trout, which is, as I've said, Otani is named one of the best baseball players, but Mike Trout for a while has been the, best baseball player. And a lot of losing seasons on the Angels. I think they only had like one playoff appearance. So yeah, I don't know what's best for them, but I would like to see my Trout maybe play some playoff baseball before his career is over. Oh, this wasn't on the notes, but Juan Soto is now a New York Yankee. So you know what? I am gonna have to do my research. That lineup or those three guys over there may stack up. So shout out to Juan Soto and the New York Yankees. So trying to get back into winning World Series and shit like that. So uh, that's not bad. That's pretty much what we got for baseball for you. NBA. When I was here last week, I'm so used to saying we. Shout out to the guys. See you guys next week. Hopefully soon we'll be back to rolling. So, shout out to Kerry. Shout out to the Bald Eagle. Um, the Lakers, LeBron, AD. They won the first in-season tournament. Shout out to the Pacers. Played a pretty good game, but even when I went back and rewatched the game, I did rewatch like the third and fourth quarter. Seemed like the Lakers had a steady pace on the game, even though the Pacers made a couple runs back and forth. You had Benedict out there in the third and fourth quarter trying his best. He finished with 20 points, 2 rebounds. Tyrese Halliburton had I won't say a quiet game, but 20 and 11 is still what it is. I mean, LeBron James, 24 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. Anthony Davis had a monster game, 41 points, 21 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 blocks. That's the reason why a lot of people do end up giving him shit because, man, when that guy comes to play, I mean, he is one of the most dominant players, in the NBA. So, shout out to the Lakers, whole organization. Shout out to the Pacers. They won some money. I think it's a few things that we could shore up about the in-season tournament. But like I said last week, say the least, it was pretty interesting. So LeBron wins the first in-season tournament MVP, and a lot of people were confused because they thought it was just going to be based off that one game. But I guess what they were explaining was it was based over I guess the 7 or 8, maybe 10 game experience. So shout out to LeBron for being first. And another thing, at first we was kind of like making fun of it, the 500,000 that the guys won. But when you break it down, there are a lot of NBA players that are millionaires, but there are also a ton of players on some of these teams, that they do have to end up filling out, for the bare minimum, where that money, will come in handy. I think they said it was a guy making like 136,000 for the whole year. So, I mean, 500,000, just a check, that's pretty much, covering, pretty much everything that he needs to probably cover for the year and more. So, at first we was downplaying, what the money was worth, but that money can come and help some of the players who are, more well off. So, yeah, shout out to everybody involved. The NBA wasn't so much of a happy place after the in-season tournament. Draymond Green is suspended indefinitely after what I would like to call a back fist from the UFC to Joseph Nork. It was a little foul play by Nork. I do not believe that the back fist was warranted by Draymond Green. But Draymond Green is one of my favorite players in the NBA. But at some point, when you look at this list that I'm about to run down to you, just the last 2 years, Jordan Poole hits him in practice, knocks him out. Steps on Sabonis' chest in the playoffs. I don't really hold this one against him, but the choking out of Rudy Gobert over Klay Thompson, that was a 5-game suspension. And now this, the back fist to Newark. This suspension doesn't come with a time frame at this point. I think it will last longer than the other one. Steve Kerr usually doesn't say much, but in the interview after this one, he did express that they should possibly seek getting Draymond some help, maybe to be able to manage these situations. Because, I mean, for incidents like this, we are just saying the last what season, it's kind of much. So um, Mike Dunleavy and Rich Paul have discussed some of the things in terms and conditions that Draymond Green will have to do to get back on the court. So before we leave this, a lot of those videos are funny as hell. There was a wrestling one where he's like RKing on motherfuckers. Like, man, this shit gotta stop. Some of that shit is hilarious. Like, social media is nothing to play with when you do shit like this. And the crazy just kept going on. The Bucks game and the Pacers. Sorry, getting down to my notes. Giannis scores 64 points. Somehow the Pacers take the game ball. My man tried to go back to the locker room. Had to be escorted. Dame, he yelling at Tyrese Halliburton. Dame looking confused. Like, man, this shit funny, but it just really gotta stop. Like, it really has to stop. Cool out, guys. It's just a game. And then that motherfucker in the press conference talking about some, yeah, this don't feel like the game ball. Like, come on, bro. Like, your MVP is better ways to handle this shit. All right, we're gonna wrap this up with NFL. I think last week, well, maybe it's just some of the water. Patrick Mahomes' first meltdown that I might have seen on the course of his career. It was over the Tony touchdown in which they called it back because they said his foot was over the line. Even though it did look like, he did look at and get the thumbs up towards the sideline ref. So I can't say if he did or he didn't, but I will say this, that meltdown did cost Patrick Mahomes 50K. Andy Reid is not one to let his players go undefended, and it cost him 100K. So, guys, you got to learn how to keep your cool in these moments. I know that's a lot coming from the Dreadhead monster, but it's pretty much all we got for you guys this week. There was some Saturday football that came on yesterday. I guess I'll put the scores up. Let you guys see what the playoff picture is. Put up a couple slides for you. So I think we pretty much covered everything that I wanted to cover. So as always, I'm out here on social media, Instagram. You can hit us on the Coalition of Culture page. Shout out to the other shows, Blame Darius, Bent, Mike, Brian. Hopefully everybody will be back to working soon. And as for always, it is I, the Dreadhead Monster. I'll see you guys soon and catch you next week.